Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a video all about the next 6 months for you guys. We're just going to see what exciting events are going to happen for you, what you can look forward to, what things are just coming towards you. So today we have 4 groups as usual. All the timestamps are down below. My rates as usual for my private readings are also down below. So if you would like to get a private reading with me, then you can Instagram message me or email me. And also, if you would like to have a look at my crystal shop, that is also down below. I sell these beautiful rings and other crystals as well. So 4 groups here today. We have group number 1 with the selenite, group 2 with the clear quartz tumblestone, group number 3 with the clear quartz point, and group number 4 with the clear quartz raw point. So let's get started. Let's start with group number 1. As I say, all the timestamps are down below in the comment section and in the description box down below. So let's get started with group number 1. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. So the first thing that I'm feeling is a massive surge of energy. Like, it feels almost electric, and the fact that we have this really beautiful long kind of selenite wand, which, you know, a long wand is always good. Yes, queen. This is really showing me that you guys are kind of taking control of your life. And the next 6 months, my body's tingling as I'm saying that. I'm stroking the beautiful wand. So many innuendos already. Oh my God. Can you tell I'm a Scorpio? Oh my God. Yeah, so basically the electrical charge that I'm feeling from this crystal, it's like you can expect something very, very powerful coming in, and it feels like it's exactly what you need. It feels like your mind is going to become clearer, and I'm hearing you're not going to worry anymore. So let's have a look and see. Sorry guys, the selenite one kind of molts sometimes because it's a raw one. Okay, so let's have a look and see what the main energy for you guys is. Yes, Sagittarius. Okay, so the main energy I'm picking up for you guys is a massive energy of kind of travel and things like that. So for you guys, the main energy is Sagittarius. So this could be a new person coming in who is a Sagittarius. I'm picking up on neighbours, like you might be moving house, your neighbours might change, you might actually get new neighbours, you know, where you're living now. I just feel like there's a massive energy of expansion. You're kind of clearing your energy field, and there's a lot of travel here. Like, a lot of you guys could be traveling. It doesn't have to be long distance, it can literally be like 30 minutes, you know, to another town or a city. I just feel like there's a new environment that you're going to be in, and it could even be work environment as well. So we're going to have a little look at that. We're going to pull some more of these cards, and then we'll have a look at the tarot and see what else wants to come through. Do you know what? I might actually do the tarot first, and we're going to base it off of this type of energy, and we'll see what wants to come through. Okay, so we don't want this one or this one, we want this one. Okay, so we're going to use this tarot deck today. Okay, so a lot of you guys asked me what tarot this is. This is called the Moonchild Tarot. I'm actually going to move that over here because that's really bothering me. We've got the Moonchild Tarot. This is what this is called, and that's the Astro Soul deck. A lot of people ask me what the decks are. So okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. So bearing in mind, this is Sagittarius energy coming through. So a lot of you guys, there's going to be some big changes, like really big ones. So it's not just going to be, you know, the mundane. This is going to be a really big shift for you in the next 6 months. Because this is timeless, you know, it'll be 6 months from when you see this video. It's going to happen, of course, when it's the right time for you. The Nine of Cups is giving me this don't give a shit attitude. It's quite nice. It's this energy of like, do you know what, I don't really care. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow, which is very Sagittarian. It's very kind of like no bullshit. A lot of you guys, you are entering into a new relationship with a male. So if you guys are attracted to men, then that's what's coming in. If not, it will be a masculine energy, but for a lot of you guys, it will be a male. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. We have the Magician. I have the song from, I'm going to say S Club, and it's a British band from the 90s, and it's called Don't Stop. And it's like, don't stop, never give up, hold your head high. Yeah, I'm not going to sing the rest of it because I'll probably get copyrighted, but it's really, really good. Like, I'm a British 90s baby, so I friggin' love S Club. Listen to that song, it's really good. It's so fucking fun, and that's the energy that I'm picking up on you guys. So a lot of you guys have been waiting. Okay, I don't want to make it about love, but it really is. Like this really is so much about love. A lot of you guys are definitely manifesting really amazing men in your life, and even if you're not attracted to them, there's just a really nice energy of men around you. If you are attracted to them, that's an even bonus, because I do feel like for some of you guys, this will be a relationship with a masculine. So the person you're connected to could look very much similar to this guy. He could have dreads, he could have long hair. Doesn't have to be exactly what this person looks like, but the hair I'm really picking up on. The kind of like possibly even afro hair, or coils, especially if you're attracting a woman, more like coils, larger curly hair. I feel like for some of you guys though, the person you're attracting is just really spiritual. They really get you, they understand you. And through the 6 months, you're going to kind of attract that energy, because you are basically letting go of a lot of trauma around men, especially, and masculines. So, for those of you who don't want a masculine, just skip this part, because I'm really picking up on men and masculines. So, for you guys who want a man, I just really am picking up on this person. You've healed a lot of your wounds to do with men and to do with masculine energy. And if you are really suffering, like kind of putting your foot down and setting boundaries with men or masculines, I really just feel like you're doing that, girl. And you're just like I said, not giving a shit attitude. Just like, do you know what? Fuck this, I'm done. And you're either walking away from a situation, or your emotions have really just gotten to grip with what's going on. You've really got a handle on your nervous system, which is literally the best thing ever, because the nervous system is so important. Like, it's not really spoken about, I don't feel, in like spiritual communities or like kind of mental health in general. In spiritual mental health, I think it is a lot, but the nervous system is so important. And a lot of you guys, you're also shedding a lot of wounds around your feelings of achievement. So, we're not going to talk about the men's anymore right now. We're talking about achievements. So the career I'm picking up for you guys, you're kind of looking into career. You're wanting like something that's ahead of you. A lot of you guys are wanting a new career, a new job. And the energy that I'm picking up on is you're seeing something brand new for yourself. So it could be a masculine or a male, but it could also be career related, where you're kind of looking and there's like this new pathway, because we have this moon here and she knows where she's going. She's walking towards it. She's like, bitch, I'm ready, I'm going. And she can see it. And it's like you're taking the first steps. And I think a lot of it's to do with boundaries. A lot of you guys have to put your foot down in work as well, especially if you are more on the feminine side, because there's this energy of like really needing to step into your power. Like, feminines are fucking rising, which, yes, queen, that is amazing, because there's been a lot of abusive masculine energy for thousands of years and we are not about it anymore. So there's a massive sense of really stepping into your power, and people are coming to you, and events and opportunities are coming to you through career and through people. Like, they're literally random people are starting to talk to you, like on the street. Like, people are coming up to you and just like saying things to you, like maybe you look really attractive, or I've got a job offer for you, like you could be a model, something like that. It's just random shit is happening to you, and it's really, really good. So something that I just realised is we have the Emperor and we have the High Priestess and the Magician. These 3 people are extremely powerful. You are going to be in some sort of trio with 3 people, you being the one person and then 2 other people. And there's also this kind of like collective energy of 3 people coming together, and you're making this really gorgeous group. For those of you who want a relationship, your partner could be in this group of 3 people, and your person could be one of those masculines or men, or other people, depending on the gender you want, male or female or whatever, and then the other person is going to be the same sex friend. So I do feel like I pick up a lot of man to woman relationships, so I do try to cater to everyone, but this is what I'm picking up on. So my females, hi, you will most likely manifest a female to female relationship. Even if you are more masculine as a female, it's still the sex is still the same, the gender. So you're going to manifest a woman to woman friendship, and then a masculine relationship, and a male relationship. But also, if you're not attracted to men, then another woman. So basically, whoever you're romantically attracted to, there's going to be a partner and a friend who you're really close to, who you're no longer sacrificing yourself for. A lot of you guys have literally felt like you have to sacrifice yourself for literally every relationship you're in, and you're not dealing with it anymore. You're just like, nah, fuck that, I'm not in the mood. This is so weird. So I'm picking up on this really weird scenario. I'm just going to tell you guys, because you know, most of you like my random messages, so it's probably why you're here. So the story I'm picking up on is, like, you know, when you go to festivals, this is coming from somebody who's never been to a festival. You know, when you go to festivals, anyway, even though I've never been to one. So you know, you go to festivals and some people kind of like glamping, some people like tents, some people like roughing it and just kind of sleeping on the floor. And then you have to have the whole toilet situation where you have to share toilets with people. Some of you guys, you're taking like the higher route to do with this, and you know, you get kind of like the hierarchy in festivals where you get like the people who like are roughing it, or you get the people glamping, or you get people like in like RVs or camper vans. You are taking like the highest route and you're doing like a hotel. And this is what I'm feeling, is it's like you've always roughed it in all of your relationships. Every single connection you've been in, you've just roughed it. You're like, this is what I have to deal with, this is what you know, this is my destiny. And girl, it is not your destiny. You can put yourself in first class, high class, 5-star hotels if you want to, being that you can actually be in connections that really suit you. But you have to get really clear on what you accept in relationships and who you actually are in relationships to other people. And this is friendships, this is family, this is connection with your work, especially with work, because a lot of you guys do put up with a lot of shit in work. And especially if you are those of you who actually work for somebody else, if you have a really horrible boss, you know, there's so much stuff that goes on in society, especially with bosses. For some reason, bosses in this type of society that we have, a lot of them are just complete assholes. And if you have dealt with somebody like that, do not be afraid to just walk away, because people can be leaders and be really, really good ones. And if you're dealing with somebody who just is so narcissistic, the universe most likely now is telling you to get the fuck out of there. And you're actually finding something that really suits you. A lot of you guys just want to do something spiritual and comfortable. And girl, you fucking deserve that. You don't deserve to be in something that makes you feel like crap. Like, this is what society teaches us, is to have a job that you absolutely hate, that you will rough it for the rest of your life and then die. Like, that's literally what they want you to do. Because if we're not doing that, it's like, oh my God, what else do you have? And it's like, you know what you will have is good mental health, bitch. Like, you'll have good mental health, and you're gonna, I'm like swearing so much in this video, but it's coming out, guys. You're gonna have good mental health, and you're gonna be able to actually think clearer and actually put your boundaries down. And maybe it takes a little bit of like being unemployed or not having a job for a while, just a break, to just figure out who the fuck am I and what do I want to do with my life. And sometimes that's just what it takes. Okay. Right, my throat chakra is going for it because I'm getting really passionate. Okay, this is also somebody you're going to manifest to. You might manifest a fire sign, that being one of the people that you're going to manifest. And we did have Sag, which is here. Hi, Sagittarius is popping out its little head like, hi. Okay, so let's get you some more cards. What else are you going to manifest? Let's see, let's get some clarification on those tarot cards we just got. All right, let's give this a good old shuffle. Okay, I'm also picking up on another message, another little story about going grocery shopping. So this is the video today. So what they're showing me is you're no longer choosing foods that are really bad for you. You're kind of like walking around and you're kind of like, oh, that'll do, just pick it out. And you're not even thinking. Now you're actually clearly thinking, you're actually choosing stuff that feels right for you. You're choosing stuff that just matches your energy, and you're taking your time. Sorry, I had to cough. You're taking your time with what you're choosing, and you're actually slowing down. So that is kind of like you're taking like the higher route. That's kind of what I'm picking up on. A lot of you guys, your energy is just fucking insane. It's so potent and beautiful. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of you guys bringing in sacred unions. This is what Juno is all about. It's all about relationships. Okay, some of you guys could have Libra in your chart as well to do with relationships. A lot of you guys have birth charts that kind of relate to that same planet. So, you know, you have Libra, which is to do with Venus. You got kind of Scorpio, which is to do with Pluto. You could literally have a lot of your planets connected to those star signs. My ear is going deaf in my left side. So a lot of you guys, it's just massive clarification. Okay, I'm picking up some of you guys just really need to connect to your spirit guides, because they've been wanting to have a little chat with you. So, I mean, we have Neptune, that's very highly spiritual. So whatever the connection you're going to have with this person or this new career is extremely spiritual. Just wow, really, really spiritual. So we have retrograde in the reverse, which is amazing. So, and like I said, you no longer need to rough it, girl. I know things have been difficult, but you're allowed to take the higher road. And sometimes it takes a lot of time to just really realise what our potential is and how amazing we actually are. Sometimes it takes therapy, sometimes it takes a deeper dive in our subconscious, sometimes it takes meeting somebody who really creates that gorgeous kind of like energy in our life to really confirm, like, yes, I do fucking deserve this. And that's exactly what you are manifesting. So let's just clear my throat chakra there. So my throat and my heart are really coming into this reading. My head as well is like really hurting. So there's energy, a lot of energy around just really high vibrational. You guys have got some really high vibing energy coming in for you guys, and there's definitely a new career in health. So if you guys have wanted to go more to the holistic route, I wouldn't recommend doing something to do with like not holistic anymore. Like, I mean, I would recommend it, of course, if that's something you're really, 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 really into. But there's so much corruption right now. Like, if you can do it in a more kind of easier way for you that suits you, then I highly recommend that. Like, trying to go to the non-corrupt route as much as possible. But of course, everyone's on a different path. If you want to go straight into the health energy around, like, you know, just like Western medicine, then just go for it, you know. But for a lot of you guys, you will be going to the more holistic route. A lot of you guys are trying hypnotherapy. I'm just picking up on that really strongly. A lot of you guys have started hypnotherapy work. So if that is something that you've always wanted to do, then I really highly recommend. And Reiki, like a lot of you guys are trying different therapies. Reiki, I'm picking up on Tai Chi as well, doing a little bit of body movement. Okay, so the next 6 months is all about your body, your health. You're nurturing your relationships. There's a big connection to do with you and your spirituality. What I'm picking up on is I'm picking up on 3 different things. I'm picking up another story of you guys standing on the top of a podium, and you know those podiums that have like 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place. There's a lot about hierarchy in this reading. It's really interesting. You guys are literally sitting at the top of the 1st place. You have always been at the 3rd place because that's where you think you were. So I'm getting this story of like somebody asking you, so where do you fit on this podium? Do you fit on 3rd, 2nd or 1st? And you're like, oh no, it's okay, I'll just stand on the 3rd one. Other people can go 1st and 2nd. And now you're like, bitch, move. Bitch, get out the way. I'm 1st. That's literally what you're doing. And it's so powerful. And you're doing it in such a gorgeous, authentic way. It's like, no, I fucking deserve this. Get out the way. And then you get all these other tribal, beautiful people coming up to you, be like, I want to go 1st too. And everyone's like literally trying to squeeze on that 1st place. So it feels very authentic. It doesn't feel competitive. It just feels like I'm really owning my power. A lot of you guys are really manifesting a spiritual union. It is just so gorgeous. And even if it isn't in the 6 months, then this person is still on their way. So it doesn't have to be in the 6 months, but for a lot of you guys, it really is. For some of you guys, it could even be a Capricorn relationship where it's very kind of like nurturing, much about family, the structure. It could also be you meet them in Capricorn season. I am picking up a lot of earth in this reading as well. Some of you guys, this will be a Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn or a fire sign. And we also have Neptune, so there's going to be a lot of dreams about this relationship, or there's going to be a lot of signs that are very spiritual. So there's going to be a lot of like feathers falling, there's going to be animals coming up to you like, hi bitch. And yeah, there's definitely some fated connections. And I'm just hearing it's okay, you can wait, you're allowed to wait, you don't have to have everything straight away. So you might be thinking like, why, Lord, why is this taking so long? And then I'm like, girl, it's okay. The waiting is necessary, because if you didn't wait and kind of work on you, then you wouldn't actually feel like you're deserving of any of this anyway. So you might as well do the work now, so you've got something to do in the meantime. You know, I mean, so blunt in this reading. I love it. Okay, so let's have a look and see what else wants to come through for you guys. All right, so we have Leo, bitch. We have number 5, the 5th house, and we have the 4. Wow, you can tell I'm tired, can't you? Jupiter, hi. Okay, so Leo in the 5th house is pretty much the same thing. It's just accentuating. Okay, I just picked up on an animal. Like a lot of you guys are connecting to the animal of the fly. So if that comes up in readings for you in other picker cards maybe, or just like you just see a lot of flies, that is just a really big omen. So you might be really weirded out by that, but this fly will be like hi and probably coming into your face like I get sometimes with Bob the fly. I get a fruit fly coming into my reading sometimes, if you guys don't know that. Sometimes I get a fruit fly just popping in. I have no idea where he comes from. I don't have any plants in this room, so I have no idea, but he likes to come in. He's like, hi bitch, let's do this reading right now. He's also sometimes an omen of just like, girl, get your butt in your tarot room and get doing your readings, okay? So anyway, moving on. So I really feel like with that, with all the interesting messages we're getting today, there's a lot of creative energy. There's a massive fucking gigantic flow of creativity. A lot of you guys are getting really comfortable with your sexual energy, which is amazing because Leo's very much to do with that. The fifth house of play and creativity and childlike nature is really popping up. The more you play, the more you have fun, the more you just let yourself enjoy your life, more just really do things that just light you up, that don't always have to have a purpose, or just things that you have wanted to do for a while, especially my stubborn girls. Like if you are a fixed sign, sometimes you just need a bit of a push. Same. So if you just need a push to just do something that's good for you, like meditation, running, dancing, do some exercise, eating well, I feel like that's going to really allow you to have more brain space so you can have more fun, okay? So you might just have to do the little bit of responsibility first, just a little bit, and then boom, you can do whatever the frick frack you want. So we then have Jupiter as well, which is all about expansion. So putting Jupiter in your fifth house is explosive. Like you're going to have so much romance coming in, it's actually unreal. So even if you don't find somebody, like I said, within the 6 months, there's going to be a massive flow of your heart chakra. Like you can really become your own self and it just feels really good. Like get ready, there's some gorgeous connections coming in for you guys. And for a lot of you guys, I'm picking up on family. A lot of you guys are healing your family ancestral patterns, and there could be some new children coming into your life. Maybe from you if you're pregnant already, but if not, these children will just kind of be around you in some capacity. So it might be like family friends, it might be like family who's pregnant, you know, it might be like actual friends, it could be your siblings who are pregnant, something like that. It could be like just babies are just around you. That's just a sign that you are coming into your fertility, whether it be you're actually becoming or wanting to be pregnant, having a partner, or just literally you're becoming much more open to some new events that are happening, which is really lovely. And I'm just seeing a massive lovely connection with a father figure as well. Whoever this is doesn't actually have to be your literal father, but for a lot of you it will be. It's like the first kind of masculine who you were born, you know, into this life through, or, you know, the first male that you met in your life when you're born. That is the kind of relationship you're healing, which is just giving you massive sense of like self-worth. It's really, really good, guys, and I'm really proud of you. So I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you so much for watching. Rates are down below, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So today, this is going to be a very relaxing reading. I'm picking up on group number 1 was so high level energy. It felt so fiery. This one is complete opposite. I feel like I have literally had a massive meditation session, a glass of wine, and I'm sitting on the grass grounding myself. I don't need the alcohol, but that's just how it feels. It's just really like, like hush hush, but good way. It feels just really calm. So let's see what messages want to come through for you guys. So we have the beautiful clear quartz tumblestone. Guys, you're really sensitive. You're a really sensitive person. You are very highly sensitive. If you might have had a recent chat with someone talking about possibly what you call yourself, whether you're a highly sensitive empath, whether you're a starseed, you know, a mystic. Oh my God, there's so many. Crystal child, rainbow child, indigo child, all the children, all the childs. So let's have a look and see what the main energy is coming for you. Oh yes, your sense of self-worth. Lovely. So for you guys, you have had a really rough time. You've had a really hard time, most likely over the last either 2 years or 10 years or 7 years, just pick up on numbers here, where there's just been like everyone gets to go first other than you. And you are really coming into your own personality. You're really owning your physical body as well. Like you're really owning your body. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, especially if you are on the larger side, if you are plus size, or you have like a part of your body that you're really not happy with, or you're more on like the super thin side, it's just like, whatever it is, you know, I'm not judging here at all, but there's however you see yourself, and you kind of have to give yourself a bit more love because of whatever that insecurity is. You're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to be who I am. And a lot of you guys, if you're wanting to just work on your body, a lot of you guys might just be starting a new routine. And then over the next 6 months to really amp up your body. And I'm hearing, why is this so important? It's because you're going to get a lot more confidence, and what comes with confidence is so much more. Like if you can really get confident with your own physical being, then you're going to be really magnetic, and that you're going to have people just attracted to you like no fucking reason. What is the thing I'm meant to be saying? No fucking time. Oh my God, wow, my brain just went numb. Okay, anyway, so we have the first house. We're going to have a look into your tarot first, and then we're going to have a look into your oracle cards. So let's have a look at tarot and see what's to come through there, and then we're going to have a look into the more like specific things. Okay. Like no tomorrow. There we go. I thought of the quote. Like no tomorrow. People are going to come to you like no tomorrow. Okay. Well, she got there in the end. My guides are like, girl, you're tired. Girl, you need to sleep. Okay, so let's see what cards want to come through. A lot of you guys are Virgos. A lot of you guys have got Virgo energy. Right, the main cards we have is the Hangman, the Six of Cups. This is you preparing for your next port of call, your next kind of event that's happening, the next experience. That's really good. So you're basically just sitting there kind of chilling, like, okay, that's all right, I'm just gonna chill. A lot of you guys, you actually have no choice but to chill, which is annoying for a lot of my Virgos, because you guys love to just do stuff, which, hi, I've got a lot of Virgo in my chart, so I feel you, girl, I feel you. Also, I'm just hearing for Virgos, and especially earth signs and fire signs, it's okay to relax. Like, it's okay to just do things that are relaxing, because this reading feels very relaxing. It feels like a spa day, this group. So a lot of you guys are being pushed to relax, which sounds really strange, but if you guys are more kind of like, your mind is quite active. I mean, a lot of my highly sensitive guys and gals out there, a lot of you guys do have quite fast brains, especially if you're very creative. So you're really kind of, a lot of you guys are learning about that as well. You might be learning about what it is to be a highly sensitive, or what it is to be a creative, what it is to like be a creative person, that sort of thing. So a lot of you guys are seeing some very intense energies within you, and it could be a lot of shadow work going on, but this is okay, it's meant to happen. So with this, you may have already done this, it may already have happened, but if it's going to happen, it's going to clear a lot of, well, shadows. It's going to clear a lot of shadows within you that have really been dimming your light, which is, yeah, perfect. So over the next 6 months, there's going to be a massive renewal within who you are. And we did have the first house, the self. And the first house, like I said, is ruled by Aries, and Aries are the ones to kind of be the leaders. So you're learning, where am I the leader in my own life? How can I be a leader more? How can I really set my boundaries so I can be more of a leader? A lot of you guys, there's so much solar plexus action going on. It's unreal. So a lot of you guys, it's going to just be so good for you to kickstart your, I'm hearing solar plexus journey by setting boundaries, okay? Your solar plexus is very much about your self-worth. It's about who you are. It can sometimes be where your anxiety comes from. It literally like ruminates in the solar plexus. So if you guys have felt like very kind of like you have to dim your light, it's a process to kind of work through this, but for a lot of you guys, you're really going through it, and you're getting to the point where you're like, I'm ready for the next step now. A lot of you guys are actually doing a career that really suits you, and it's manifesting because you're ready for it. Sometimes, you know, we're not ready for it until we're ready for it. You know, I wasn't ready to start tarot until I literally just thought, okay, I'm going to do it right now. And it wasn't like a massive, like, oh my God, a massive download. It was like, girl, let's just use some cards and see where it goes. You know, it's like, get really curious, because that's where you're going to start to get the messages, when you start to get curious about who you are and what you're really passionate about. Don't be scared to be passionate. So for especially, you know, if you are kind of come from a culture or a country that is very much like, don't show emotion, you know, don't kind of, you know, be different. This is you doing exactly the opposite of that, which is perfect. So for a lot of you guys, it's because you're learning to manifest a really beautiful heartfelt connection, and this person is, oh my God, that is so funny. They're just saying your next baby daddy. So if you want to be pregnant at some point, then this is your man's. It's so blunt, I love it. My guides are so funny. They're literally doing this. They're literally like going from the top of the belly to the bottom and saying, look, a baby. Oh my God, that is so funny. I'm like looking at them like, guys, come on. They're being so funny though. I don't always talk about pregnancy in my readings, but they're really going for it. So for some of you guys, if you've been really kind of feeling quite fertile, or you want to do some, you know, kinky stuff with someone, but you're single, guys, there is somebody coming in for you. They are really on their way, and they're getting ready, and it's through you expressing yourself. Because this girl, she's got her hand over her throat, or hands over her throat, and it's in the reverse. So she's no longer doing that, and that's because this person here does not overextend themselves, they don't people please, they're not codependent, they're just them. And that's so powerful. This person has very big Leo energy. It doesn't have to be a Leo, but their energy is very expressive. It's like, boom, look at me, look at my energy. It's kind of like my creatives out there, like my beautiful creative people. You know, if you associate as more of a creative, this person extremely creative. So you can expect someone very soon in your life. I'm picking up around Christmas time for some of you guys. That could be coming into Christmas. Feels a very prominent time for you guys. So I'm picking up on the song Whole World in His Hands. I think it's a religious song. I'm not entirely sure, but it's about God. So, and that's what she has. She has the whole world in her hands. This is basically you saying you're allowed to hold that. You're allowed to hold that world. You're allowed to hold your own world and make choices. I'm hearing, don't even worry about other people's opinions. It's not important. People's opinions are literally, they're just opinions. Like, it doesn't matter what the fuck people say to you. As long as you're powerful within your own beliefs, it doesn't actually matter what people think. And that's kind of what I'm picking up for you guys. First of all, you're getting clear on who you are. And I do feel like you may have had previously, or do still have, a masculine or father figure in your life who's very controlling. And that may be why you are feeling like you need to dim your light to kind of be liked or to be loved. And that's a very kind of, not to say it's false, but you're definitely rewriting that pattern, and it's fucking powerful. And it's because you're working on your sense of self-worth. Hi. So let's see what else wants to come through for you guys. A lot of you guys are going to be manifesting a new pet. I'm picking up some of you guys, it's going to be a cat or a dog specifically. It's going to be quite unusual looking animal. Like the dog might kind of have like an unusual colour. They might have like a certain spot on their stomach. They might have like a little heart on their belly or something, like a little kind of fur spot that looks like a heart. It just feels like this animal needs you, which is so cute. Oh, I love that. I love anything to do with animals. It just makes my Cancer moon heart very happy. So we have the Leo 5th house. We have the sun. So some of you guys might actually be having a son. Okay, I know I'm getting loads of pregnancy messages, but guys, it's just going to come out. So if you're expecting a baby, it might be a boy. But also you guys are possibly getting a lot of downloads from a masculine who is in spirit. Could be a baby boy as well. So I'm just going to leave that there, however that resonates for you. But there's a lot of like sun energy. So this is about you really literally grasping your entire world in your hands, like literally taking control and really feeling comfortable with yourself. And when I say take control, I don't mean that you have to be like, you know, solemn and boring and, you know, not connected to yourself. When I say in control, I just mean things are starting to become clear and you're like, that is why I've been doing that. That is why that's been happening. So we now have conjunction, which is the perfect one because it literally is about autonomy, individuation, inner self-motivation. It's about you. It's literally about just you. So if you ever feel like you have to kind of force yourself to, you know, work on yourself in terms of like, I don't feel worthy of being who I am, this is just a really important time for you right now. And something you're really working on is being the wounded healer. And if you can look at your Chiron, this is something that's going to really be very powerful for you. So enough of the deep messages. Let's can see what else wants to come through. Even though I love deep messages, let's see what else is coming through in terms of like external things. So I do feel like I said, a person coming in who feels really comfortable with you. They're roughly the same age as you. We have a lot of creativity, a lot of self-expression, and there's a sense of like owning your intuition. So with this, you guys might go into a more of a holistic career. You might also go into something that you're very passionate about. Some of you guys are picking up on therapy. I'm also picking up on something like fashion, jewelry making, crystals. There's something that you're very passionate about. You've always felt like, oh, I have to hide that. You're really like moving forward into it. Some of you guys, it's building your own business. And a lot of you guys, it's like managing people. Sometimes some of you guys, it could be your own like bookshop. It could be like something to do with accounting. You could be like the main accountant and you kind of like, you know, kind of be the boss and like you kind of tell people what to do. It's something about like being that Aries energy of like owning your fucking power. It just feels really good. Like this is really nice. Some of you guys, it could be a Leo Pisces connection. You may be meeting an Aries, Leo or Pisces as well. And we also have like a massive sense of inner wisdom. People are really listening to you at this time because I'm hearing you have conviction in your voice. If that's the right word, like you have a lot of power behind what you're saying. So people are like, oh, okay. And for some of you guys, I'm hearing, especially for my Cancerians, you guys really get left out in the dust sometimes. And I have no idea why, but I think it might be because you guys are tied to your mother. because of your 4th house. So it's about like abandonment. A lot of you guys have always felt very kind of misunderstood. So if you're a Cancer and you've always felt like that, girl, I feel you. Okay, I have Cancer moon, all right? I feel you. I'm there with you. So if you guys have ever felt like that, even not being a Cancer, being any other sign, there's just this need to really kind of like push yourself forward and don't even give a shit about what other people think. Just be yourself. Be comfortable in your own skin and do what's right for you, and don't be afraid to say no to things or yes to things, okay? You're allowed to make your own decisions and it's not up to anyone else to choose it for you. I'm hearing don't be at the mercy of other people. Okay, so we have Virgo. That's what I was picking up for you guys, because it's very calm energy. We have Venus and we have 7th house. So some of you guys could have Venus in your 7th house, or Venus in Virgo, or Venus in all 3 of those. So it could, or all 3 of those. So it could be Venus in the 7th house and Virgo in the 7th house, or, you know, something like that. You could also have Venus or Virgo in your 1st house as well. So what this is showing me is releasing perfectionism around being the saviour for people, being the person that saves everyone else. And this is a really big message I actually got intuitively before I actually did this reading. So that's really nice. It's kind of slotted itself into this group. What I love about this is you're going to be very powerful as the healer. Oh my God, this feels so good. So the energy I'm picking up on is when you actually own your wounded healerness, you might actually have Virgo on your wounded healer. That's a really hard one because the 6th house is literally about service and it's Virgo. So if you are being of service, that is literally the wounded healer. It's like, I'm going to heal you. I'm going to help you. And something that you've really learned is to not do that. Not to like be at mercy of everyone and like be, oh, I'll help you, I'll save you. It's like, girl, you're doing what you love and you're owning it. And a lot of you guys are going to manifest a fucking gorgeous relationship and partnership, or you're going to improve your current partnership that you're going to have if it's obviously the right timing and the right person, where you both are equal, you both love each other unconditionally, and there's so much empathy from both sides. It's like this kind of nurturing. I'm seeing this person like don't get like scared about what I'm going to say next. I'm going to mention hospitals. It's not a bad thing. What I'm seeing is you're kind of like, there's a person in hospital, and I'm relating to the energy of a nurse, and the nurse being like, you know, helping people and considering other people. You've kind of always been the nurse, but now you're being the patient, where you are the person who is being looked after, you're being considered. There's a lot of empathy coming towards you rather than you being that role of the mother figure or the father figure. And I'm not saying like the hospital, nothing bad. The only reason I'm picking up on it is because of the energy of like nurturing. That's literally it. And I'm just picking up on this energy of like deciding who to kind of nurture and when you need the nurturing back to yourself. A couple of crystals I'm also picking up on for you guys is hematite and rose quartz. They are very, very powerful together. It's like grounded but heartfelt, so really, really lovely. So thank you so much for watching. Rates are down below along with my crystal shop. Please message me before getting a reading, as my rates and availability can change. Have a lovely day. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your support and your continued support if you've been a subscriber for a while. I love you and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with your reading, my lovelies. So you guys chose the beautiful clear quartz. I love her. She is one of my favourite ones, pretty much out of all the quartz I have. Out of all the clear quartz, I love her. I feel bougie every time I pick her up. So let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. For group number 3, we're going to have a look at this first card and then we're going to have a look into the tarot. Okay, I need to burp. Okay, cool. So let's have a look and see. So we have waning gibbous, releasing gratitude, nurture and acts of service. So this is really interesting because group number 2 got a lot of acts of service messages. So if you're a Virgo or you have like, you know, a lot of acts of service stuff going on, if you kind of, you know, resonate with kind of being like people pleaser or something like that, I'd say watch group number 2 as well if you feel drawn to do that. Okay, so we have this card of the waning gibbous. So what I'm feeling is you're nearly ripe and ready for something new. Things may have felt very still, and that's because you're doing a lot of releasing, and gratitude is going to really help you within this process. Also, I'm just feeling there's a sense of really looking after yourself. A lot of you guys have really been putting a lot of work into putting yourself first, making sure your boundaries are nice and fresh and fresh and ready to be used. Oh, high throat chakra. A lot of you guys are getting tattoos. That's just one thing I'm picking up on. Neck tattoos specifically, and chest tattoos. I'm just picking up on this like self self-care, slowing down, one step at a time, just all of that kind of inward, kind of like relating everything back to me. That's kind of the energy I'm picking up on. So I'm also picking up on the omen of the elephant. So the elephant always represents to me stability. It's this energy of kind of sticking it out to get rid of obstacles, because they use their trunk to kind of like remove tree trunks, which I think is why it's called a trunk. I don't know, but they kind of use like their trunk to kind of move obstacles. They're kind of very large. They're quite loud when they walk. So it's kind of like being noticed, but also being grounded in your own body, because elephants and animals, they don't really worry about other animals unless they're being preyed upon. Like they just kind of do their own thing. So you're like standing up and being noticed, like, whereas before you might have been like the energy of like a mouse or something like that. Now you're being more of the elephant, which is funny because in the cartoons elephants are always scared of mice. So you're no longer kind of sitting in that energy of like just being kind of scared of everything. You're kind of really sitting in the energy of like power and owning that power, which is really lovely. So let's see what's going on in the next 6 months, and then we're going to go back to the astrology cards. So this is the Moonchild Tarot, those of you who are interested, and that astrology deck, I always call it astrology, like arse. Yay! Scorpio, my Scorpio's popping out. This is the Moonchild Tarot, and the astrology deck is the Astro Soul deck. Astro Soul. Okay, so let's see. All right, we have oh my God, look at that. You guys are settling into your energy so nicely. You're eating stuff that's really good for you as well, so it's making you feel more like yourself. Also guys, the food system in our society is so messed up. If you look at how sugar is made, oh my God, it's literally only like 20% actual sugar cane. It's disgusting. The rest of it's chemicals. So if you want to have a look at that, I definitely Google it because it's life-changing. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So we have the universe. I love this. So some of you guys are just really choosing what's right and what's not right for you at the moment. There's this need to really change up how you work your everyday life. I'm hearing actually some of you guys, you might actually be cutting out sugar, which, you know, is literally the best thing, I feel. Some of you guys, I'm picking up on walnuts, like a walnut tree. I don't know what the walnut tree represents here, but they're just showing me like wood energy, like stability, growth, earthiness, just very kind of like slow but steady. Slow but steady wins the race, kind of slow progress. Thank you, slow progress. It's kind of like, you know, when you make something out of wood, it kind of takes a while to kind of do that, but the overall kind of like, you know, the last kind of thing, oh my God, what am I saying? So basically like the end result is, you know, it's very satisfying. So that's kind of what I'm picking up for you guys. It's like slow and steady wins the race. There's no rush here. Okay, so if you guys can hear fireworks, because there's fireworks outside, so apologies for that if you can hear that. So we have the moon, we have the Page of Pentacles. A lot of you guys are sitting very comfortably in your career, which is nice. If you're kind of a bit confused in your career, don't worry, it is going to improve for you, my lovelies. Just it will take a little bit longer than what you expect. Okay, so you are being a massive guide for a lot of people. Even if, you know, you're not on social media, you're not literally getting out there, you are just being you, you're looking after yourself, you're changing the collective energy. So that's beautiful. A lot of you guys, there's a lot of emotional messages in this reading. So I'm going to try and focus on any external blessings as well that are going to come towards you. But there is definitely this energy of like, I'm sitting here comfortable. You're nesting a lot. You guys are literally nesting. And you actually could literally be nesting. Some of you guys could be preparing for a baby coming, even if it's not your own. Okay, so the Three of Cups, also the nesting energy I'm picking up on is you're preparing to birth something, like something's preparing to birth. So the Three of Cups, I'm also picking up on an eagle. An eagle's a really big omen for you of transformation and sign of new beginnings. So Three of Cups is overall all of this energy is to do with creating your tribe and bringing in a new tribe. So it is taking a little bit longer than what you want, but they are on their way. They're just taking a lot longer because basically you're shedding a lot of your old wounds, so it will take a little bit longer. I do feel like even though you're feeling stuck, you're not actually stuck. Physically, yes, but don't forget you can move your body, you can change things up if you need to. If you're feeling a little bit stuck or stubborn, I would say just literally push yourself to go out the door and go for a walk if you can, because I just feel like a lot of you guys just need an environment change. So I feel like a lot of this is about stagnancy and kind of building up on your emotional side. So I feel like I just kind of want to go into the astrology deck now and see what's going on. So because of all those tarot cards, it really is representing this energy here at the waning gibbous. It's like you're nearly there, like you're nearly ready to cultivate this new energy. So a lot of you guys, you're going to, just to be blunt, those of you who are, you know, ready to be intimate with somebody, you will actually manifest a new relationship or somebody to be intimate with who's going to just really change your life. This is physical intimacy and also emotional intimacy as well. So I'm hearing you can be very excited about this. It's going to be really, really good for you. Lovely. So a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of heavy lifting, I'm picking up, literally, but also emotionally. There's been like a kind of wrenching at your soul. It's kind of like someone's been doing, it's kind of like you're the car and somebody's kind of, sounds really dodgy, but like someone slid under the car and they're kind of doing adjustments. So that's kind of what I'm picking up on. It could literally be someone's literally like, you know, being very physical with you, literally getting underneath you, you know. So it could be that. I mean, I am filming this Scorpio season, so it's not really surprising that all these messages are coming out. Okay, so you guys are doing a shit ton of work. I mean, we have Saturn, we've got Chiron, we've got retrograde. I mean, this isn't easy stuff. So what I'm feeling for a lot of you guys is you're going to be moving soon. A lot of you guys are literally going to be changing out your career and then having to move because of that. A lot of you guys will be really starting to be really responsible for yourself. The next 6 months, there's a lot of devotion towards you. There's definitely, yeah, so much Capricorn energy. I mean, we have so much Capricorn energy. We have literally the 10th house of Capricorn and Saturn, which is literally all to do with the same star sign. And then we have Leo. So what I'm picking up on is a lot of you guys are becoming a lot more responsible for your own boundaries, a lot more responsible for yourself. And there's definitely some new connections that are allowing you to be more responsible for you. And I also feel like you're getting really clear on communication. I also feel like you're going to help a lot of people in the next few months. I think there's going to be somebody who might need your assistance in career or possibly just, you know, emotionally. They just need some assistance. Yeah, I was definitely feeling there's some relationship messages here because we've got the 7th house. I was really, really feeling that actually. So we have the South Node, and the South Node being in Aries would mean your North Node is in Libra. So the North Node being in Libra is really representing you to bring in balance into your life, to not take things so seriously, and to also really work with conflict. So a lot of you guys, where you have Libra in your chart, or you might be a very highly sensitive person who's just quite scared of conflict, you'll basically have learned to go into it, and you're manifesting some really lovely relationships. Because if you're scared of conflict, you're constantly going to manifest relationships that aren't good for you because you're never able to actually tell them where your boundaries are. People need to be told and need to be shown where your boundaries are, otherwise they just won't know where to go. It's kind of like you got a plug and the plug, you don't have a plug socket. It's like, I don't know, it's like, this is very sexual imagery right now, but you literally don't know where to put it. Like, they don't know where it is, so you're literally showing them. Okay, so basically, with the Aries in the 7th house, this is really lovely. This is this energy of like really owning your relationships and your relationship with yourself. And I definitely feel like you're going to come into a much more comfortable space with your relationships, and you're manifesting some really, really beautiful people who own you, no, where you own your boundaries and they own their boundaries, and you're owning your own like sexuality. They don't own you, okay, that's not what I was saying. This just came out of my mouth, that wasn't what I meant. But both of you are like owning your own energy, and you're both like kind of noble gases where when you come together, you're independent, you come together and it's like an interdependent relationship, and coming together you make like a friggin' laser together. So that's just beautiful. So the last thing I'm feeling is very similar message to group number 2 actually, where it's this energy of like you're deliberately choosing things for yourself, like you're taking things very slowly, and a lot of you guys are manifesting some beautiful, I just feel like a lot of you guys will be manifesting a relationship, even if it's not in 6 months, even if it's like 8 months to a year. I just see like the person you're going to be manifesting, guys, this is going to be a real relationship, like not those crappy kind of breadcrumbing people, the gaslighting, the narcissist, none of that shit, none of that. You're going to be with people who honour you, who value you, who literally see you as who you are. They're not kind of projecting onto you. And it's because you've done a lot of soul searching, especially around your South Node, of looking at what am I learning, what do I need to learn right now, and what am I releasing. So have patience with yourself, guys. You're doing a lot of releasing and changing, and you're really going to get a lot of recognition very soon as well in career family and in relationships, and it just feels lovely. You're being really recognized and really valued for who you are, which you should be, you know. So I also feel like you're being very aware who actually values you as well. You're going to be very kind of like clear on that. So have a lovely day. My rates are below for my readings, and my crystal shop is down below. Please message me on Instagram or email if you would like a reading before purchasing, as my rates can change and availability. So that is the reading for today, guys. Have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, good number 4. Let's get started with your reading. Let's see what's going on for you guys in the next 6 months. So you guys have the beautiful clear quartz. I love her. She is just so lovely. So a lot of you guys are picking up on a spa. Some of you guys might be going to a spa very soon, or you might kind of be working at a spa. Just picking up on that. So the next 6 months, oh my God, of course we have Scorpio. I was literally thinking like how intense the last few groups were in this video. Very Scorpionic, me being a Scorpio as well. So group number 4. I'm going to say so much about this. So first of all, a lot of you guys are making some very lovely connections with people after being basically let down a lot of your life from, you know, narcissists and gaslighters and things like that. I see you like reaching for something. It's kind of like this, like this kind of thing here, where it's kind of like reaching out. That's kind of what I'm seeing. A lot of you guys are wanting connection. A lot of you guys are wanting physical intimacy as well. Scorpio being the house of sex and intimacy. A lot of you guys are going to have that actually. And I think it's going to take a little bit of time because it is a process. And a lot of you guys, it is literally divine timing things. So sometimes you're not meant to have things at a certain time, even though we want them. Our ego's like, bitch, I deserve it. And girl, you do. But sometimes it doesn't happen at the time we actually want them to happen. So I also feel like a lot of you guys are healing the relationship with a mother figure, healing a relationship to do with females in your life and feminines. A lot of you guys are leaving the past behind, which is really good. There's a real big need around your inner child and your childhood. You're really releasing that. This is also representing of transformation, like Scorpio always is. It's about the Pluto energy and this energy of like Mars, and really just clearing the shit out that no longer needs to be there. Basically just taking the trash out. That's what you're doing. And there's no shame when we take the trash out. I mean, if you have shame when you take the trash out, I don't know, because you feel for the environment. But that's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like I'm taking out the trash, but I don't feel any kind of resentment or shame. It's like I'm just getting rid of it. That's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like you're clearing out a lot of things because it's because it's been over a period of time that it's been like really easy for you. So what I'm feeling for you guys is there's this bridging a gap. It's like you've had this gap in your life for a long time where nothing has really been happening. So there is going to be some real big changes. So we're going to see what else wants to come through. We're going to focus on the astrology in just a moment. We're going to do the tarot first. So this is the Moonchild Tarot for those of you who are interested. The other deck I just used is the Astro Soul deck as well. A lot of you guys asked me. So if you're interested, that is that. Okay, let's see. A lot of you guys are literally building bridges with people. You might even literally be building a bridge, I don't know, building a fort, or building Lego, like literally building something, or maybe like building a shed or something. You might be literally building something in the next 6 months. I'm just seeing like progress. Some of you guys, I'm seeing a new build. Like some of you guys might be manifesting a new build of a new house, especially if you're in a relationship. I'm seeing like shared finances, because that's what Scorpio is all about, is that shared kind of finances with inheritance and taxes and things like that. So a lot of Scorpio stuff is to do with money. So beautiful. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Which one is it? He first or is she first? Okay, she's first. Okay. So we have Temperance and then we have the King of Cups. So this is really lovely. A lot of you guys, I'm just seeing I'm hearing no fog. Like there's no kind of anything in the way of your manifestations that are coming through. It's because you've done all the stuff you need to do, which is really good. So for a lot of you guys, you might have like a really intense time, or have had an intense time, feeling really tired, feeling like it's boom energy, like, oh, I feel so exhausted. And then having this really good like few months and few weeks where you just feel really good. It's because you've had a massive clear out and your body's recovering. A lot of you guys, wow, there's so much sexual energy in this group. A lot of you guys are going to be manifesting some lovely partnerships. Oh, wow. Hi, double, yay, double the fun. Oh my gosh. So what I'm feeling is there's this big kind of like whoosh energy. It's like everything's just going to be plonked into your life in one go. So this person's been observing you for a while. There's somebody who knows you, but you don't know them. So they might be on a dating app. They might be, maybe if you're in the public eye, they've seen you, they've watched you on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, or even maybe Snapchat, if people still use Snapchat. It could be that, but it could also be, this is like a very spiritual connection. So it's like they know you. So when you meet them, it's like a past life connection. They're like, oh, I know who you are, but I don't know who you are, sort of thing. It's like, I know you, but I've never met you. That kind of energy. So they can kind of feel your energy in the ethers. That's really sexy. This person is the best relationship you've ever had, okay? Every single group has had a love connection, which is so interesting. So this is me like trying not to do a love reading today, and everything is about love, which I'm not complaining because I love doing love readings, but want to mix it up today. Okay, so we have the Hermit. So don't be afraid to be a hermit, basically, at the moment. If you need to be hermity, be a hermit, girl. Be in your shell, especially if you're a Cancer or Scorpio, because you guys definitely do have big shells. Okay, so a lot of you guys are cleansing your environment as well. The next few months can be a lot of clearing out. You might literally be clearing out someone's home, clearing out your own home, just literally just getting rid of stuff. Some of you guys might even start your own cleaning company or something like that, literally like cleaning other people's houses. I'm picking up doing the dirty work, so a lot of you guys are really getting in there, getting into all the kind of like uncomfortable emotions, clearing those out. So after you've done that, there's a big opportunity for you to shine your light. A lot of you guys are getting massive career opportunities to expand your business, expand your work environment. A lot of you guys are getting new corporate partnerships, so you might get like a new like manager, a new boss, a new work colleague. There's definitely an energy of like being seen. A lot of you guys are really being seen in the next 6 months. I'm also seeing your rejecting neglect, so it's kind of like you're no longer seeing like yourself as like the victim, which, you know, is never a bad thing. You know, seeing that can also be very healing, but there's this energy of like, I'm no longer going to be feeling sorry for myself. The neglect I've kind of, you know, had in the past, or vulnerability, I'm going to start to be vulnerable now. I'm actually going to instigate the vulnerability and let it come out, because, you know, for so much of my life I haven't been able to feel vulnerable. So you're clearing the kind of like shame and guilt around that, and there's a new person that wants to come in because of your light being very, very, you know, shining upon you, and your energy being very vibrant. This 8 of Pentacles, you're on the right track, guys. Everything just is needing a little bit of a tweak. It's kind of like I'm seeing like a key into a lock, but it's kind of like the key just needs a tiny bit of adjustment. It's kind of like when you get your keys done, like, you know, if you've ever had your key done like a locksmith, or, you know, a key maker, don't know what the name is, like a key maker, and it's like sometimes you just have to adjust like a tiny little bit of the key so it actually works. That's basically what you're doing. You've kind of like, you've gone to like this keysmith and you're like, this key doesn't even work, and then you kind of, some of you guys just give up, but now you're like, maybe it just needs a little bit of adjusting, and that's basically what you're doing. And that adjusting in your life could literally be just resting. It could be maybe starting a new hobby. It could be going into something like, you know, having your own business. It could be making a book that you've always wanted to write. It's like giving yourself the opportunity to actually do something that you've always wanted to do. I also feel like this Page of Cups, there's definitely a sense of vulnerability. There's like a lot of vulnerability coming out here, and it feels really lovely. And it's because you're now ready for that, which is really good. And vulnerability doesn't actually have to be in relationships, but it is in relationship to something. And that makes, you know what, I just realised that makes so much sense, because Scorpios can be very, very private, and they do sometimes struggle to be vulnerable, so because they feel so damn much. So this is an energy of like, I am so fucking ready. And this is in work relationships. This could be in family connections. This could be reuniting from someone from the past where you're just ready to just go for it. It could even be some of you guys are literally meeting with an ex and you actually manifest a gorgeous new relationship with them. And this is somebody who, you know, is ready. Both of you are ready for that partnership. It's not a toxic energy or anything like that. So some of you guys are like, ugh, no thanks. It's definitely not a toxic thing. So it will be, if it's the right thing, it will happen, okay? All right, gorgeous. Yes, Mars. That makes so much sense, because we had that Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords. So a lot of you guys are very clear-headed, clear thinking. Lovely. You could have Scorpio Moon, Mars or Venus, which is lovely. And I love this because I'm hearing whatever has been in your way has been emotional. It's been like, how can I actually let myself be vulnerable? And then we have the Mars and the Venus. This is the masculine and this is the feminine. And, you know, it's like men are all from Mars, men are from Mars, women are from Venus. This is like whatever's been in the way of your relationship is literally just being vulnerable. If you can be more vulnerable with yourself and be like, how has this affected my life? How am I feeling? How has it affected my relationships? You're actually then bringing in some gorgeous connections, because even though it doesn't happen like straight away, you will see the results. You will. And you'll see new people who just want to pop up and say hi, and you'll just get like random people like talking to you and wanting to start open conversation with you. So a lot of you guys, you could be going on a coffee date with someone quite soon from your past, or somebody who, you know, somebody who you've just met. I do feel like it's a comfortable connection, but it might even be a little bit longer than 6 months, but I do feel for a lot of you guys it will be within the 6 months, because it's that Scorpio season that's kicking off this energy. And this is a timeless reading, so of course you may not be watching this in Scorpio season, but whatever it is, you guys have done the work. This retrograding Chiron in the past, you've done it. You've already done it. You've gone there. You've been to that place, and now you are being. Or a lot of you guys also, if you're in like a job of service, so if you do something to do with helping people mentally, physically, caring, you know, even being like a therapist, you know, a lot of you guys are being recognised for your work. You're getting a lot more recognition than usual because your business is growing and you're getting more clients and things like that. Even if you work for somebody else, there is still like a recognition there, and you might even meet someone through them being your client, or you're just getting like this recognition from another person. So maybe if you want to expand the business, or you want to expand somebody else's business, being them, you helping them, maybe you want to create a logo, you need someone to help you make a logo, that could be the new person that you meet. But also a lot of you guys are really working on your organisational skills, getting on time to things, and because of that, you're then inviting a lot more opportunities to come towards you. So you guys have done a lot of healing to do with your retrograde and your Chiron. Oh, my heart is really opening. Oh my God, I'm feeling really breathless. I know I talk fast, but damn girl, like that is like, I'm really breathless. Because of these two guys here, retrograde and Chiron, you are now ready for a new relationship, which I'm seeing 11-11 as well. So not a twin flame, guys. It's somebody who is literally so meant to be for you. And by the way, I don't say twin flame because for me, twin flames can be very corrupt, like just from my personal opinion. So I don't ever call them twin flames. I am just seeing somebody who matches your energy at this time of needing them at this time. It's very, very like synchronistic and a beautiful empathic connection. Okay, so last few messages, we have the Cancer, we then have the 6th house again. So there's something about the 6th house that I'm hearing it's not super related to the 6th house, right? It's Mercury. Cool. So it's you, because Mercury, Virgo is, you know, related to Mercury, so that being in the 6th house of Virgo as well. You guys are getting really comfortable with your role as a nurturer, and you're no longer being that saviour, but you're really involved in the nurturing process. Like, because you are a nurturer, you're like embracing that role, and it's also then because you're empowered with it, and you're not being like somebody who is like having to like help people and heal people out of fear. You're doing it because you love that person unconditionally. There's no fear there. It's just authentic, and you're going to connect to possibly a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius and Aries. It could be one of those. And there's energy of like, I feel like there's just this lovely energy around healing relationships, and it feels like a massive new connection. A lot of you guys are just really healing your feminine side and your Venus sign as well. You could have a lot of like planets are in detriment to your Venus. I hate that word, it's so annoying, but you could have a lot of planets or star signs, or sorry, not star signs, zodiac signs that are in detriment to that Venus, which creates a bit of conflict. So I just feel like there's a lot of nurturing here, and the Cancer is so much about that nurturing role. A lot of you guys are just really embracing who you are and not denying your sensitivity, which is really lovely. A lot of you guys could be more connected to nature, more connected to animals in the next few months. You could be even working with them, purchasing an animal as a pet or something. Could even be that, or even be like a gardener. There's just this energy of like open heart chakra energy, and it's just bringing in a gorgeous tribe of people that are just right for you. I'm hearing sandstorm. A lot of you guys have just felt like you've just been so confused, and everything's just felt very, very like dramatic. You might have had a lot of drama in your family recently. That's because you're really healing the deep feminine issues that are in the root of your ancestral patterns. So it feels intense, and I feel like for a lot of you guys are really connecting to the owl. And I also pull you guys an animal card here with the sea serpent. So you're no longer kind of like hiding who you are, you're letting yourself be vulnerable. And so the owl and the sea serpent are really big ones for you. Also the oyster, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of you guys are coming out of your shell, which is lovely. Cancers can also be very private, so a lot of you guys are coming into just being really vulnerable and happy being vulnerable, which I really love. So have a lovely day. Rates are down below as usual, along with my crystal shop, and I'll speak to you very soon. Much love. Bye.